Good morning, Police Prairie, and welcome to Community Circle, our second to last Community Circle, actually. And this month's design principle, of course, is still primacy of self-discovery. Today, I thought we would take some time to talk about endings and beginnings. It's a perfect time to reflect on what you've discovered about yourself and what you'll take into your new beginning, into whatever comes next. We are coming to the end of a very unique year that has challenged us and tested us and forced us to lean into our grit and perseverance, and also understand compassion and empathy and the importance of connection. So while we're coming to an end, I feel like there's lots of lessons to be learned to take into new beginnings. And speaking of new beginnings, I have some news I need to share with all of you. This will be my last year of my 11 years at Police Prairie. I am leaving Moscow to move to Boise. And while I'm sad to leave home, you all have been my home and my family since the beginning of Police Prairie. It is with joy and a sense of adventure that I jump into my new beginning. I'm fortunate enough to get to work at another very awesome EL charter school in Boise, and I'm excited to start that beginning. And while my time at Police Prairie has ended, my connection to all of you has not. I know that our journey will continue and our paths will cross, and I'm sure I'll come visit. With that, there is a book that reminds me a lot of Police Prairie, and probably will always remind me a lot about Police Prairie and how special it really is. So I want to share that book with you today. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Here.
Dr. Seuss's Hooray for Diffendufer Day, with some help from Jack Perletsky and Lane Smith. I've always lived in Dinkerville. My friends all live here too. We go to Diffendufer School. We're happy that we do. Our school is at the corner of Dinkenzuber and Dinkerzatz. It looks like any other school, but we suspect it's not. I think we're learning lots of things not taught at other schools. Our teachers are remarkable. They make up their own rules. Miss Bobble teaches listening, Miss Wobble teaches smelling, Miss Fribble teaches laughing, and Miss Quibble teaches yelling. Miss Twinning teaches tying knots and neckerchiefs and noodles, and how to tell chrysanthemums from miniature poodles. Miss Vining teaches all the ways a pigeon may be peppered, and how to put a saddle on a lizard or a leopard. My teacher is Miss Bonkers. She's as bouncy as a flea. I'm not certain what she teaches, but I'm glad she teaches me. Look, look, she chirps. I'll show you how to tell a cactus from a cow, and then I shall instruct you why a hippo cannot hope to fly. She even teaches frogs to dance and pigs to put on underpants. And one day she taught a duck to sing. Miss Bonker teaches everything. Of all the teachers in our school, I like Miss Bonkers best. Our teachers are all different, but she's differenter than the rest. We also have a principal. His name is Mr. Lowe. He's the very saddest man that any of us know. He mumbles, "Are they learning this and that and such and such?" His face is wrinkled as a prune from worrying so much. He breaks a lot of pencil points from pushing down too hard, and many dogs start barking as he mopes around the yard. We think that he wears false eyebrows. In fact, we're sure it's so. We've heard he takes them off at night. I guess we'll never know. But we know he likes Miss Bonkers. He treats her like a queen. He's always there to watch her when she's on her trampoline. There are many other people who make Diffendufer run. They are utterly amazing. I love every single one. Our nurse, Miss Clot, knows what to do when we've got sniffles or the flu. One day I had a splinter, so she bandaged me from head to toe. Mr. Plunger, our custodian, has fashioned a machine, a super-duper flooper-doo. He keeps the whole school clean. Our music teacher, Mrs. Fox, makes bagpipes out of straws and socks. Our art instructor, Mr. Breeze, paints pictures hanging by his knees. In science class with Mr. Katz, we learned to build robotic rats. In gym, we watch as Mr. Bear hoists elephants into the air. Miss Loon is our librarian. She hides behind the shelves and often cries out louder when we're reading to ourselves. We have 3 cooks, all named McMunch, who merrily prepare our lunch. They make us hot dogs, beans, and fries, plus things we do not recognize. And as they cook, they sing their song, not too short and not too long. Roast and toast and slice and dice, cooking lunch is oh so nice. We were eating their concoctions, telling jokes and making noise, when Mr. Lowe appeared and hollered, "Attention, girls and boys." He began to fuss and fidget, scratch and mutter, sneeze and cough. He shook his head so hard we thought his eyebrows would come off. He wrung his hands, he cleared his throat, he shed a single tear, then sobbed, "I've something to announce, and that's why I'm here. All schools for miles and miles around must take a special test to see who's learning such and such, to see whose school's the best. If our small school does not do well, then it will be torn down, and you will have to go to school in dreary Flubbertown." "Not Flubbertown!" we shouted, and we shuddered at the name, for everyone in Flubbertown does everything the same. It's miserable in Flubbertown. They dress in just one style. They sing one song, they never dance, they march in single file. They do not have a playground, and they do not have a park. Their lunches have no taste at all. Their dogs are scared to bark. Miss Bonkers rose. "Don't fret," she said. "You've learned the things you need to pass the test, and many more. I'm certain you'll succeed. We've taught you that the earth is round, that red and white make pink, and something else that matters more. We've taught you how to think." "I hope you're right," sighed Mr. Lowe. He shed another tear. "The test is in 10 minutes, and you're taking it right here." We sat in shock and disbelief. "Oh no," we moaned. "Oh no." We were even more unhappy than unhappy Mr. Lowe. But then the test was handed out. "Yahoo!" we yelled. "Yahoo!" For it was filled with all the things that we all knew we knew. There were questions about noodles, about poodles, frogs, and yelling, about listening and laughing, and chrysanthemums and smelling. There were questions about other things we'd never seen or heard, and yet we somehow answered them, enjoying every word. 1 week later, after recess, Mr. Lowe meandered in. We'd never seen him smile before, but now he wore a grin. He soon began to giggle, then his giggle grew by half, and then it really happened. Mr. Lowe began to laugh. "You've saved our school! You saved our school!" he jubilantly roared. "We got the very highest score!" He wrote it on the board. Miss Bonkers did some cartwheels till her face turned cherry red. She bounded up to Mr. Lowe and kissed him on the head. "Hooray, hooray," she shouted. "I'm so proud I cannot speak." So she did another cartwheel and she pecked him on the cheek. "Ahem, ahem," coughed Mr. Lowe. "You all deserve a bow. I thus declare a holiday. It starts exactly now. Because you've done so splendidly in every sort of way, this day forever shall be known as Diffendoofer Day. And furthermore, I promise I won't ever wear a frown, for now I know we'll never go to dreary Flubbertown." Then we held a celebration. There was pizza, milk, and cake. Like everyone, I ate too much and got a bellyache. We laughed and whooped and hollered the entire school day long. Then we all sang triumphantly the Diffendoofer song. "We love you, Dip and Do for school, we definitely do. There surely is no other school that's anything like you. You're grabulous, each day we love you more. You are the school we treasure and unceasingly adore. Oh, finest school in Dinkerville, the only one as well. We love you, Dip and Do for school, much more than we can tell. You are so diff and dooferous, it gives us joy to say. 3 cheers for Diff and Doofer School! Hooray, hooray, hooray!"
It is easy for me to say that I think Blues Prairie is pretty different-dooferous. And I hope that as this year ends and your summer break begins and then next school year begins, that you remember this school and how special it is, and what you've learned and how you've grown and how lucky we are to have it. So I will miss you all so much, but I know that you will go on and make this world a better place. So now I have a couple news and announcements. Number one is on the last day of school, we are having an Inside Out parade to kind of celebrate this ending that we got through together. And of course, we're gonna do it with social distancing and safety for everyone in mind. So this is what an Inside Out parade looks like. The teachers and staff will be in the parking lot. Some of us are gonna dress up or decorate our cars. We'll have music and be dancing in our cars or near them. And friends and family and students will come in like the pickup line and parade around us while we wave and say hi and goodbye, maybe share some marshmallow hugs, and end this year with celebration, because it is worth celebrating. So that is happening last day of school from 2:30 to 3:15. So make sure it gets on your parents' calendar, and make sure you tell all your friends, because we would love to see every single one of your faces there on that day. Okay, number two, this is our last recorded community circle. Next week's community circle will be a live Zoom for all kindergarten through fifth graders on Thursday at 10 o'clock. So middle school will have their live Zoom community circle on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. K-5, we're having ours Thursday at 10 o'clock, not Friday. So remember that. It's going to be Thursday. That way we can give you some final announcements about the last day of school. And my goal is to see everybody there, just like we would be in the multi-purpose room celebrating our final week together. I hope you all can make it. I'll be sharing the link to that community circle with your teachers so they can email it out to you. I will also put the link below this video so you can find it if you need it. We're going to do it just like we would be in the multi-purpose room. We'll have a greeting, a sharing, an activity, and then we will do spotlights and birthdays. So if you have a spotlight, please bring it with you and we will share them at that time, okay? All right, I miss all of you greatly, and I will hopefully see you on the last day of school. Let's stay connected and let's stay crew. Bye, Blues Prairie.